Hi, this is Linzi from Sweet Natured, and this is our La Coruna city and food tour. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, who edited the video, and this is my first time watching, so let's see what we can see.
Our first ever visit to La Coruna.
Oh, it was beautiful. We never expected to pull in like we did we? It's gorgeous.
No, as you approach it, so you feel like you're pulling in more like into a French Riviera resort.
Yeah, like off the Med.
Yeah, definitely
not the Atlantic.
No, really, really beautiful place, and it really surpassed my expectations.
Yeah.
We didn't really know anything around it. We'd not done a huge amount of research, which isn't really like us.
No, because was this a surprise one? Was it supposed to be going somewhere else in Spain?
It was. It was meant to be going somewhere else, and then they changed it, and then we found out there. Yeah. One of the things that I loved about this is that it's the closest we've ever pulled up anywhere in the world in a large ship.
Yeah. To
the city. You pull up at the side, as you can see there, and you walk into the city in about 30 seconds.
You cross over the road.
Even places like Nassau where you walk down and then you're in the town.
No.
You're right at the side of it.
Oh, that was the wedding cake building, wasn't it?
It was. The locals refer to it as the wedding cake shop.
Yeah.
Also has a lot of Santander banks for some reason.
Because the founder was from La Coruna.
Yeah.
And also the founder of John there. Oh my goodness, the shop. I've forgotten. It'll come to me.
So John Lennon, you don't necessarily think of as being La Coruna.
No. She did tell us a story about this, didn't she? That the mayor was obsessed and he just found a way of somebody who'd worked for him, and then that was the link.
Yeah.
It was just meticulous. The buildings were beautiful. The gardens were beautiful. It was such a lovely walk round. And then we went to a market before we
went for a market. Just going back to the gardens a second, what you said there, you people will have seen it a second ago where it showed
the clock.
The clock,
with the
which
date and
is
the
real
time,
and then a calendar.
Yeah.
And every morning, a local volunteer comes and replants the calendar to the relevant date, so that it's all with real plants, and they come and replant it every day.
Oh, beautiful. Now here we are. You love a seafood market.
I absolutely love a seafood market. And we were here just before Halloween.
Oh yes,
so everyone were wearing Halloween stuff.
There was some people definitely dressed up. Now this was upstairs. Oh, this was where all the flowers, because it was coming up where they put flowers on the graves of because it was like a festival, wasn't it?
Yeah. So they were absolutely packed with them. But again, really love the market. I think it was on about 3 floors, this one.
Yes. Again, we didn't have time to have a browse.
But this was a food tour as well.
Yes.
So that was less problematic this time.
We've seen all the food and can't eat any food.
Absolutely. Whereas, it's slightly more when you're on.
Whetted your appetite, I felt.
It did. They did point out which of these were ones we could have.
This was the first place with the seasoned...
peppers, some calamari, and like a little sort of...
Like a frittata.
Like a cheesy...
Yeah. Oh, I see why you did that then. When picking
Not necessarily
a font,
the best font choice for...
Always get a great font.
That shop is called Ulanka, and we'll let you decide what we thought it might have been called.
And then we've got this old church. It was part of the pilgrimage where you could go to a cathedral.
Walk all these bits and get down.
That first restaurant, I just want to say this, they had a nice loo.
They did.
Restroom. Oh, this was where all the
hams
were hanging. Yeah.
And there were hundreds of hams hanging above us. And I went in there and there was some pasties with meat in there, and there's some fresh, obviously, local hams, Iberico, Serrano, whichever it was.
With the little hats, so when a little bit of
drinks
with the oil. Oh, another square.
Another town square. It's another day, another square. If you've seen our Bilbao excursion, you'll see why. And we'll put a link to that below. But really nice square with restaurants all around it, as you can see. And we got to go in one of them in a second as well for the final part of our food.
Which was a traditional coffee.
It was a coffee, and then they came around with these shots, which we'll see in a second. You went with what was sort of a cream liqueur.
Yeah.
And I went with what can best be described as radioactive yellow.
I think, I'm not going to say, but it was strong.
You may have won that one. And then they brought us some little cake round as
Yeah,
well.
that cake was gorgeous.
Which it was a really nice tour. We were on the tour for about 3 hours.
Oh, I see. That's yours, isn't
That's
it?
my yellow. I do believe you won this.
I did win that.
I think the third choice one, because they gave us 3 different choices, the third one was a walnut one, which was
yeah,
black.
more
And
kind of the earthy
we're
kind
like,
of.
nah, we'll be safe.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You had that, you appear to like that?
I don't know. Do I look to appear to like that?
Well, you drank it all. I do remember that part of it.
Well,
that doesn't necessarily say that you like it.
Let's see you have yours now.
I don't remember liking it.
No.
Nope, I really didn't like it.
So yeah, a lovely, lovely tour. I mean, we would love to stay longer. 9.5. I totally agree.
Yeah, the only reason I dropped half point is because we didn't have longer, and I would have loved to have spent much longer there. You can see how close it is.
Yeah, it was
But
gorgeous.
stunning town. If you do ever get a chance to visit La Coruna, do.
Well, thank you for watching. As always, have a lovely day and cheers, Marky.
Cheers, Linz.
Oh.